Drop a like and do share. Leave your comments and do not forget to subscribe for more videos.
Hello and welcome to Edupedia world.
Now we'll see button control. So it is a simple control. So we have to go here, search for button. So this is a button. These are the properties aggregations. So what I have done is I have used a text. Text means you can pass only string. Pass the string. So this is a text displayed at the runtime. So you have seen the press me text here. Press me text. Where I have written is here as a string. So that is the reason it is showing up. So you can use other also. There are so many properties which can be seen, and there are methods called press, focus, get parent also. So there are examples also given. Button with text with a tooltip. When you create, this is my tooltip. If you want to make use of this, go here. There is something here. So you can copy here, copy this everything and paste it here inside this script. Okay, I have placed it. So what I have done is created a simple button with some text and a tooltip only. So button, in this button I have taken new button. In this text, I'll change the text to press me, and tooltip. This is the first program. Test tooltip, you can say. And the press. Press is nothing but event. When we press on this, there is an alert message which we are passing. The functions are always written with the function keyword. In this alert from button.getText. So what this O button means, O button dot get text. Get text is imagined getters and setters. You can set button text outside also. Here O button 1 dot set text. If you do, you are setting the text. You can setting the text. Some if you want to set the text as button 2, you can do that. You can outside also you can do, inside also you can do. Okay, one way of doing it. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the text. Whatever the text you have written, it will be written here. And then what I'm trying to do now is I'm placing it. Earlier we placed at content, here also it should be content. Okay, I'm saving this and then I'll run the program. Refresh it. Yeah, here is press me. I'll hold it. This is a tooltip which will be displayed. When I press on this, alert from press me. Whatever is text will be displayed here. Say OK. This is how you create a SAPUI5 application and then you write a simple program like this. Now we have seen a basic example. Similarly, we'll do other examples also. Like we were discussing the UI controls before, like SAP UI Commons, SAP UI QX3 and SAP UI Table and SAP.m. So we know what is the use of this now. Now we have taken a basic example from UI Commons. So we'll be using this type of controls. We'll be doing it. So as you have already seen the architecture of this, let us give the overview now. So SAP UI.core we have used. So before that, the SAP UI.base will be loaded and SAP UI.model will be loaded with SAP UI core. These are the core libraries which will be executed when you run your application. On the top of this, jQuery UI and data.js will also be loaded. And these are the control libraries which are explicitly we call them. When you run your application, internally core libraries are executed Explicitly, you'll be calling sapui.coms. You already seen sap.ui.commons.button like that. Explicitly, we'll be calling, and the table also will be doing the similar fashion, and ux3 also, and dev is for the only testing purpose they have used in 2012. Now they are not using this, but there was a dev library also available. So these are the HTML controls which will be rendered in our browser. And UI5 and jQuery, what is the relation between these two? SAP UI5 is a framework, but this framework is built on jQuery, JavaScript, CSS and HTML5. So SAP has a plugin, SAP jQuery plugin. SAP has used jQuery and standardized that plugin called SAP jQuery plugin in simple words. So this is the most popular JavaScript library, jQuery is, and it is for web developer to perform any common tasks such as manipulations that I have given example before. When you say facebook.com, you have used a username and password. So you want to validate that checkbox or validate that input field, your username need to be an email address. Then you have to do validations. Where you will be doing these validations, where you check, that is in JavaScript. So whatever you do, whatever you want to manipulate, everything can be performed using JavaScript. So all Ajax calls and everything is done through JavaScript. So JavaScript's library is jQuery. jQuery has a less code than compared to JavaScript. The notation is different, but it performs a similar tasks. So when you want to develop any SAP UI5 application, you have to have your own JavaScript file, HTML file, CSS based on your requirement, and then whatever libraries you have, you can include it in the application. And in SAP UI5, you can have your own controls also. That is also possible. And to create that, you have to use an existing UI5 control, and then you can extend it. And you can create your own UI libraries also with SAP UI.control. There is a plugin. I'll show you in the later sessions. That is an advanced concept where you create your own control. You can write plugins in UI5 code. This is how you develop SAP UI5 application. So for the runtime, we need a runtime document. That's what we have seen. SAP UI5.ondemand.com/SDK. That is a runtime document. And then you need an Eclipse development tool, and any sample apps is required. Sample apps, like if you want to use the control button, have copied and pasted those code, snippets code, what is available in that demo kit, so you can make use of it. And to run in future, when you start developing any project, that time what you're going to do is you'll see the blueprint of that project. If it's a master detail or any application you see. Facebook, take Facebook as an example. If you want to develop Facebook in SAP UI5, so you'll be seeing that those screen, you need a text box, you need a label like username, you need a label for password, etc. So based on that, you'll be writing your SAP UI5 code. And we start the programming applications. So as we already discussed this SAP Bootstrap, this is the first program which is called. So when we load the index.html, we have seen the content script id equal to so and so. So this is for bootstrapping. And in this bootstrap, it's always the IDs will be started with data, SAP UI themes and SAP UI libraries. These are all used as an attributes. So attribute is SRC. SRC attribute is like your source resources file, like where your core.js is. It has to be loaded first. So explicitly you can give the URL other URL also. And when you run your application, this thing you have seen in index.html. So there is a bootstrap. This is nothing but bootstrap, this line of code, and the script whatever you have written is your application. So I have taken a button and have placed that in the content, and the content need to be UI area. You have seen one example, and now what we're going to do is we are trying to create a simple application. So in this application, what we do is we create a matrix layout with 2 labels and 2 text fields and a button. So what are the libraries need to be used? SAPUI5.commons.layout. So now what we do is we'll be making use of this simple application. We'll create an application based on this libraries. So there is some sample code available. I'll make use of this. So I'm copying this code and I'm pasting here. Okay. And if you want to format this code, you have to press Ctrl+Shift+F. So what I have done is I have taken a variable called OLayout. In this OLayout, I am taking an instance of matrix layout. So what is the importance of this matrix layout is we have something like a button now, right? So we are trying to place a label and a text box in a layout. Layout means it will be properly aligned. If you keep on adding controls to that page, it will be improper, or else you have to apply CSS to position it properly. So to get rid of writing a custom CSS, there is a control called matrix layout. So when you use this matrix layout, you can position your controls inside that and you can align properly. This will be used for forms and any other grid layout kind of thing also it will be useful. You know the matrix, right? Matrix you might have heard somewhere. So how the matrix will be? Matrix will be 3 by 2, 2 by 2 matrix means 2 rows, 2 columns. Like this. If you want to have 3 rows, 2 columns, then 3 by 2 matrix. So we can make use of that here. And now what we are trying to do is in here we have given a width 100% and widths. What is this widths? 100% will be divided now. The first column will be 20 and second column will be 40% width and third column will be 30% width. And then we are taking a label, one label, given text. Okay, in this label text we have given name, and then we can have this as a first name. I'm saving it, and the second label, we have taken a last name, and another control we have taken a text field, normal text field, and we have given an ID to this. And similarly we have taken another text field with the last name. So we have taken 2 labels and 2 text fields, and we have taken a button called submit. And now we are creating a rows. So as we know, matrix has rows and columns. So columns can be fixed. That's what we have fixed 3 columns now. And now what we are going to do is we are adding rows to it. So each row, we can add number of rows, n number of rows you can add. So how to add this? We are taking a reference of that O layout, whatever we have taken. This has an instance of matrix layout, and this matrix layout has a create row as a function, predefined function. So how to check that also? We can have a look. So O label we are placing it, first label we have taken, first thing, because in this row we have defined 3 columns. So you have seen 1, 2, 3. So we are passing 3 controls. The third one we don't have, we are just saying null, because we don't want full page need to be for this particular label and text field. So we want to get rid of that, and we want to place it in the first 2 columns. I'll tell you the difference when we run the code. And then creating another row with 1 label and 1 text field, and another label. I'm taking the first one null, second one this, and third one null. The O button, submit button, and we are placing it the content. So this O button, whenever it is pressed, we are adding some message to it. The text field, O text field, and get value. It gets the value of that. O text field 2, it gets the value of that, and it gives a message of this. See, what is O text field 1? O text field 1 and O text field 2. O text field 2 is this. O text field 1 is the text field given name. We can say last name, first name. Okay, first name and last name we have given. And we'll run this code. Yeah, see, first name and the last name have given, right? So whenever you say submit, there is nothing we have written in this. We'll write here John Math. See, text field 1 is John, text field 2 is Math. This is how it is. And I'll remove this. Okay. I'll put null in the beginning and see how it comes. It means the first column will be null. There is nothing we are giving. Okay. Let's say it is synced, and we'll run the code again. Our code is not reflected. How to check our code? New page source. See, our code is not reflected yet, right? We have changed this code. If you want, you can see. See, we have changed it, but we haven't got it. Okay. So now we will try to refresh this code. Yes, our change is reflected. Right? So we'll go here. Refresh it. Yeah. Refresh it. So this is how the output looks like. So we have created 3 columns. First column, second column, and third column. So first column we have made it null, and the second column we have placed the text fields. Sorry, labels, and then text fields. This is how it is. So we'll write, yeah, Maria and Juliet. Yeah. So text field 1 and text field 2. So this is how we can make changes to this. And if you want to, we'll again change it to the normal. Null. Yeah. Again, we'll refresh this. Yeah. See, it came back to the normal. So what we have done is we have taken a matrix layout. So in this matrix layout, we have taken 3 columns, and width we have provided 100%. And we have taken a label 1 and text field 1. as first name and label 2, text field 2 as last name. And we have placed a button, taken a button, and we are creating rows to this particular layout. So we have created 3 rows and we have placed the first control in the first column, second control in the second column, third column we have left it blank, and we have created and placed it in the content. And we have attached a press event. O button has a press events, so if you want to check, you can check here. So you will have to go to the developer guide, API references. API references, and we need SAP UI. This is how you check SAP UI Commons, and we'll have a look here. See what we have used, to which we are adding an attached press event, SAP UI Commons button. So we'll go here, SAP UI, and then it's Commons. So in this common we have something called button. Okay, in this press this and you'll have this step of. And remember, every control has a properties, aggregation, association, and events. These are the 4 things for every control. Every control will have this. So this button doesn't have any aggregation. That's the reason it is blank. And it has a property called text, enabled, visible, width, help ID, icon, icon hitchover, icon selected, icon first, height, style, light, and style. In this style you can have this default. This default you can have a different styles. So when you click on the styles, so here it will give. See. Okay. Default value is default. You can have the properties like this. See. Accept default. This is how you're going to check the control properties, each and every property. So this is for this session. In the next session, we'll see more examples, and we also see the mobile app, simple mobile application also.